Funding for this series has been provided in part by the following: Horton Municipality, 62 Degrees Nord, Kavaroy Arctic, Up Norway,
Just listen to the ocean. This moment, guys, I've been dreaming of this moment for a long time, just sitting down on a stone by the ocean and just having a small snack. Beautiful. Hi and welcome to New Scandinavian Cooking here from Frøya in mid-Norway. I am Christer Rødseth. In today's program, we're going to get to know lots of history and, of course, lots of lovely people here from the islands of Frøya. The history is quite impressive and goes back way, way in time with, obviously, seafood. The amount of species of lovely produce here at Frøya is so impressive. You know, just out here, you can see the ocean. You got langoustines, you got lobsters, you have salmon, halibuts. They are diving for scallops, and the diving for scallops has become quite popular, and I can promise you that you're gonna have scallops in today's episode. On today's menu, I'll be making 3 salmon dishes, starting with my take on the classic oven-baked salmon, served with asparagus and a delightful hollandaise sauce. Next up, on the cliffs and by the sea, the best way to cook seafood is sometimes to eat it raw. I'll conclude with a fantastic grilled platter featuring the best from the sea around the island of Frøya: salmon, langoustines and scallops. All with fresh flavors and served in good company. It'll be a dinner infused with the taste of the sea. Just sit down, enjoy the ride. We're just gonna start the cooking. There's something about the people here on Frøya and the rugged nature that inspires me. Perhaps it's the fresh air and the pristine sea that holds the answer. But one thing is for sure, the proximity to the open sea and fishing has always been the foundation of these remote islands. So guys, let's cook again. Salmon time. In Norway, we serve this normally in the classic way with a butter sauce called Sandefjordsmør. It's reduced cream. You put in quite a bit of butter into it, so it's very heavy, super good. Today we're going to make a different kind of salmon dish with some hollandaise sauce, béarnaise. I'm going to add some tarragon into it. We're going to have small crispy potatoes and white asparagus, huh? Sounds good. We're just going to kick it off. We're going to steam the salmon, steam the asparagus in the same pan. So, local beer. This is a beer with seaweed. It's quite acidic. Everything is going to add flavor to the salmon and the asparagus. We're gonna add some spices in here. You're gonna add thyme, like these. 2, 3, 4 stalks, whatever you have. Peppercorns as well, black peppercorns. Some peelings of a lemon, which is gonna bring the, you know, the freshness of the lemon zest. So you can just boil up. You're gonna get the alcohol out, and we're gonna add the asparagus very soon. But first, let's have a look at the salmon. We're gonna put salt on top, like this. Just rub it in. It looks a bit much, but you know, something's going to fall off. We're going to do both sides. Turn around, and now this can just sit on this platter for about 10-15 minutes, just to get some salt into the fish. While this is happening, we're going to do the lovely white asparagus. We're going to rub them with the salt and sugar mix and make sure they're all covered in both salt and sugar, and then straight into the pan and put the lid back on. Put it down on a bit lower temperature, just let it steam slowly. While that happens, we're gonna get the potatoes going. Small Norwegian potatoes. They are really sweet, in season as well. So just crush them with your hand, like this. They're gonna be fried in clarified butter. And now we're gonna put the potatoes in the butter and just leave them now. They're gonna get golden, crispy. They're gonna soak up quite a bit of the butter as well, so they're gonna be super tasty. We're gonna leave them on. This is going as well. You can see the asparagus is having the time of his life. We're going to make a very beautiful sauce, hollandaise sauce. Reduction is white wine vinegar and shallots. You're gonna cut it into thin slices like this. Everything is gonna stay in the reduction the whole time. You can pass off and take out the bits of onions afterwards if you would like to, but I prefer to just keep them in. Okay, and now white wine, like 1 cup, 2 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, like that, and then just put it on to reduce. It's going to reduce by 50%. We need butter for the hollandaise. If you use salted butter, okay, you have to be careful with the salt amount you use, but when you melt this butter, you're going to see that you have the milk proteins in the bottom of the pan. That's going to help you stabilize the sauce, make it a bit thinner. So it's time to steam the salmon, guys. You can see it's starting to become a bit, shiny on top. That's because the salt is working to cure the fish lightly. The pan here for the steaming is on quite low temperature because you want it to be about 40 degrees Celsius maximum and 104 Fahrenheit in the core center of the salmon, okay? So nice piece of baking paper, and you're just gonna put it on into the pan with the asparagus. Since my lid doesn't really fit the pan, I'm just gonna put a piece of baking paper on top as well just to see if I can get it airtight. Now, we'll check it again in 5-6 minutes and we'll see how it goes. Good things. So the reduction is done. So you can see now the wine is reduced a bit. The shallots is nice and soft and beautiful. So the next step is to add, some egg yolks into it. 2 eggs. So both in, break them up. So the potatoes, you see here, they're nice and golden and crispy. Look at the sun, just making them look even more beautiful. Salmon here, you can just take a rest over here. I'm just going to keep the lid on to keep it nice and warm. And now we're going to start making the hollandaise. When you're doing this, you need to pay attention. You need to stay right here all the time and just continue whisking until it's all done. And I'm going to show you when it's done. It's about just getting the nice, right temperature with this. So I've taken it off. So we're going to start adding the butter as well. And putting everything in. Now we're going to add the last ingredients, which, as I said, I'm using unsalted butter, so I'm going to add some more salt into it. I'm going to add a tiny bit of lemon juice. The white wine reduction with the vinegar is going to give you some acidity, but it's always nice with some fresh lemon acidity as well. If you have good quality dried tarragon, it's perfect. This is very good. You can use rosemary, you can use thyme. Both will taste beautiful with the salmon. And that's the sauce. And now, actually, just over there, I have a friend called Oscar. He's an apprentice here in Frøya. He's becoming a chef when he finishes his apprenticeship. So Oscar, just please join me. You still want to become a chef?
Yes, I want to become the world's best chef.
Oh, the world's best chef. Good ambitions. So how has it been growing up in this island community?
It's amazing. It's a lot about boats, fishing, and just the community is perfect here.
So your favorite dish with salmon and a butter sauce, what would it be?
It will be the traditional one.
The traditional one, okay. It's very nice as well, but I try to mix things up a bit. So it's plating time, actually. So I'm just gonna get these lovely small beauties. Crispy, golden, tasty.
And amazing.
And amazing. Just gonna give this a quick heat. Have you ever tried to reheat a hollandaise sauce?
Never.
No, it's risky. Don't try this at home. You can actually try to do this at home as well, but just make sure you whisk all the time so it doesn't stick. Let's open the lid. Let's have a look at the salmon. You ready? Look at that. Looks good, eh? So the asparagus, we're just going to put in the bottom of the plate. We're going to take a spatula. Just lift the fish carefully from the pan, like that. And we're going to add as well the sauce. So we can put some greens on, but as you can see, it's quite windy today, but I'm going to try to do it anyways. Small piece of this fennel grass. You can use dill, you can use whatever you have. Just press it a bit down since, it's windy. Pimento espelette to get some heat and extra flavor. At least you can try. And a quick crack of pepper on the potatoes. And there we go. That's it. You have this steamed salmon, you have the white asparagus, lovely hollandaise with tarragon, pimento espelette, beautiful potatoes in the sunshine. You want to have a taste?
Yes.
Yes. So, grab a fork.
Thank you.
Just to help yourself.
Yeah.
Grab one. Dip it in the sauce. How is it? You like it?
Amazing.
Good. So good luck with your career, okay?
Thank you.
enjoy the ride, work hard. Huh?
I'll make you proud.
Make me proud. With the island's pristine, crystal-clear waters, Frøya is renowned for its Langoustine and as a European diving paradise. Especially diving for scallops is extremely popular. We're gonna do salmon tataki. Tataki, the Japanese concept, just quickly sear it on both sides, raw in the middle, before we're gonna put it up in this pan to smoke it outside. To dress this tataki afterwards, we're gonna make a very nice sauce. So we are lucky enough to have something called sea buckthorn in Norway, which is a small yellow berry, very acidic, super, super nice. You can use orange juice with lemon juice and reduce that into a syrup, and that would give some feeling of acidity. Some soy sauce, just a small spoon of honey I got from Ellen, chili sauce, sriracha. Next, ginger. So in the pan there's juniper bush. We're gonna just light them up, not burning, just to get them smoking. Leave it outside for 10 minutes, and then combine this beauty to a nice little dish. Turnip, just to have something fresh on top. You can just serve this to any occasion you want. Huh? Looks nice, eh? You can find all our recipes at our website, newscancook.com.
Very nice.
Like it? So, tell me about the story of this particular island and the building we are in now.
This building, it was a grocery store for fishermen. My grandfather bought it in 1903.
And this was a fishing community, right?
Yes,
Living of the ocean.
over the ocean, yes.
Yeah. We just want to gather everything as much as we can in a small program, so thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you for coming here.
And I'm happy you enjoy the salmon.
Oh, very good.
Thank you. A significant portion of the fish we consume today comes from aquaculture along the Norwegian coast. And every day, a wellboat arrives with live salmon from the aquaculture farms scattered around Frøya. It means a lot to the local community that the salmon is still cleaned and filleted on Frøya before it's sent out to those who love fish. Some salmon is exported and served on dinner tables abroad. Here at home in Norway, a salmon dinner is a beloved old classic. So this moment, guys, I've been dreaming of this moment for a long time, just sitting down on a stone by the ocean and just having a small snack, which is exactly what we're gonna do now. I'm gonna open the scallop, I'm gonna slice this salmon, dip it in a soy sauce with some ginger and lime. That's it, happy life, huh? Beautiful. So you can just start off by slicing some salmon. Nice slices, just how many slices you want. Okay, just leave those. Take a fresh scallop, a knife, like that. Take a spoon, just to, get the muscle detached from the shell, like this. Take it out, just clean it. And the water, it's so clean. So I'm just gonna, clean this mussel in the ocean. Just 1 second. Just a quick rinse. And back to it. So now, I'm gonna cut the scallop in thin slices, just like the salmon. Super fresh, so good. have my soy sauce, just mixed it with some lime juice, ginger, or even two. Just listen to the ocean. Beautiful. Such a magical moment, guys. Beautiful. For more inspiration, visit our website newscancook.com. This far out on the coastline, the weather can be unpredictable with strong winds and a dangerous ocean. But when the sun shines, it's stunning. I'm on my way to a local kitchen garden where they produce vegetables for the community. Apparently, the condition for growing produce is ideal. Wow. So I can see you have turnips as well.
Yes,
I love turnips. Can I pick one?
yes, of course.
It's crispy, not too heavy, just, you know, mild but crispy. Some olive oil, lemon, that's all you need to it.
Exactly.
Yeah. But this community is, I think it's so creative. They're making new stuff all the time, producing new stuff. So what's the newest, what's the freshest thing here in the
From the old time, this island had mostly the fishing and the fish industry, but we have also the honey made of the kaluna, and it's a soft honey, very good for the kitchen.
I know they have seaweeds and truffle seaweed.
Yes, indeed.
So I know where my next stop is. Thank
Yes.
you. Hello. Hi.
Welcome. I have a gift for you.
Oh, a big gift actually.
It's a big gift I have collected for you. It's the truffle seaweed smell.
I've seen this before and I've tasted this before and it's just so amazing. In dry form, these just smell like fresh black truffles.
And out here, it's a good condition for this to grow.
So you pick these yourself?
I picked those. I have some secret places that I pick it.
There's always some secret places.
Yes.
I know you're harvesting the seaweeds. You're teaching here in the high school as well on the chef's education. But someone told me you as well have honey.
Yes, I also have bees. And I have something
And
for you
27 hours
more.
a day.
In the goodie bag, I have the honey
Wow.
from my bees. It's a summer honey.
Lovely. These, I think I'm definitely gonna
Yes.
cook with.
Yeah.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
looking forward to see what you can
Yeah.
make of it.
So you're actually coming for dinner, aren't you, Ellen? So we can you can taste it. Okay. You know, guys, these days has been inspiring. You know, it's the ocean, it's the fish, it's the produce, it's the shellfish, it's everything about Frøya. It's just, you know, amazing. This is the seaweed, the truffle seaweed, tyrffeltang, directly from Ellen. We're going to use those in the mayonnaise a bit later on, but now we're going to just kick it off. We're going to start cooking. So this is a mix of salt and sugar. We're going to use it on the fish and in this cabbage. The fish is going to get more flavor and it's going to, you know, let some liquid out, and it's going to be much easier to afterwards grill it, because everything today is about the barbecue. We're going to barbecue everything. Yeah, just follow me. So just going to sprinkle on top, just thin layer. So it's after like a few minutes, you're going to see it starts popping out liquid from the fish. So the flavor from the sugar and the salt goes into the fish and some liquid comes out. Flip it. We're going to do both sides and we're going to rinse it off in some water afterwards. And now, the same with the cabbage. If you're going to make like a coleslaw salad, you always start with salt and sugar on the cabbage, just to get some liquid out to get it, you know, break it down a bit. So that's the point with this as well. You can find the recipe for my homemade mayonnaise and coleslaw on our website, newscancook.com. Now it's all about these. Out here in Frøya, these are so available. I think they've probably been picked up from the ocean either yesterday or today because they're super fresh. Da-da-da-da. Huh? We got crab, we have Norwegian lobster or langoustine. And we're gonna get a pan on because we're gonna make a butter sauce with local beer. This beer is actually made with seaweed, so it has some acidity to it. So this is gonna be reduced to the half. And while that happens, I made a very, very easy, simple vinaigrette for the salmon. At the moment, there are some black peppercorns that are crushed in this mortar, and this is actually fennel grass. But you can as well use dill, whatever herbs you have, just to get some nice flavor in it. And as well pickled mustard seeds. So how you make the mustard seeds, you buy them dry in the shop. You boil them in water with a tiny bit of salt in it. You pour the water out, you do it again, and you do it again. Do it 3 times because you're gonna get some of the bitterness from the mustard seeds out of the mustard seeds. So let's have a look on the reduction of the beer. It's starting to simmer now. So it's just gonna go down with maybe like 10-20% more. And we're gonna start whisking in the butter in it. We're gonna use 2 types of butter, one that's quite salty and has lots of acidity to it, and one a bit more neutral butter with a tiny bit of salt in it. But you can as well just use like normal butter and then afterwards season it with more lemon, vinegar, whatever you want to use. It's all about the taste, so you taste it yourself. Okay guys, ready to ramble? So the salmon on, just straight on. I just brush it with some oil and now just leave it for a couple of minutes, maybe 1-2 minutes. One side, it can be raw. It just needs to get some heat to it. It's gonna be perfect. So guys, the langoustines, just cut in half and just put them straight on the grill, like this. We need some coffee. It's nice to have something to warm up with. The langoustine I put up here in here now, because now we're going to use this pan for 2 things. We're going to cook the scallops, and afterwards we're going to gratinate the langoustines. So the scallops, I rinsed them before in the ocean, so they are quite salty, not very salty, just tiny sprinkle of salt on top. And now, some butter. We're going to just give it a nice little stir. Oh, look at this. And just take the pan off. So the guests are hungry, I hope. Everything is nearly done. It's just like plating up and finishing the last bit. Just gonna take these off. And the langoustines, we're just gonna spread out. So now for this langoustines, I just put some butter on top, and now I'm just gonna leave them here now. They're gonna just finish off on the heat in the pan. Just some butter on top with some herbs in. Just leave it there now to rest, and it's prima. So, this is the fun part, guys. Nice and pink. It gets quite hard temperature on the outside on the grill, but that's okay. So nice cabbage salad with the crab and the mayonnaise with the truffle seaweed. Put them on top, like this. Add some extra parsley. So the vinaigrette, guys, just pour it on. It's just super nice, so nice flavors. I'm gonna put some flowers on as well, but it's quite windy, so just now, I'm gonna put it there. And next step, scallops. You're gonna put the scallops in, like that. So this sauce, guys, super nice, so fresh. The beer itself, it's very acidic by itself, and now with the lovely acidic butter from Norway, and now some trout roe, stunning. So now I'm just going to stir it quickly together. We can use, if you want to use some of this herbs or whatever you have available, that's nice as well. So this is fennel grass. So just soak the mussel in the sauce. So if you can't buy the fennel grass, use dill, it's fine. So I'm just keeping this, not warm, but slightly tempered on the grill until we're gonna serve our guests inside, okay? Get some lemon. We're gonna cut that in two and just squeeze over. Okay guys, we're ready to eat. So the day here has been great, and it's lovely to finish everything off with a beautiful meal with my new friends. Thank you for your lovely days. Cheers for Frøya. Cheers. The best place in the world. See you. Go ahead.
For more of the new Scandinavian cooking experience, visit our website and social media. Funding for this series has been provided in part by the following: Horten Municipality, 62 Degrees Nord, Kavaroy Arctic, Up Norway,